Today, once more, Jesus talks to us in parable. And we know the parable is a form of speech which contains dense messages right inside. But we don't need to follow it the way it is said, but there is a strong meaning behind it. The first reading we saw about the vine. The gospel again we saw about the vineyard as well. And the responsorial psalm tied these two readings together by telling us that the vineyard Jesus talked about, the vineyard also what Prophet Isaiah talked about is the people of Israel. The vineyard of the Lord is the again. The vineyard of the Lord. Those who we are opportuned to have gone to Mass, right, 3-4 weeks ago till today, we know how and where the first reading or where it is going. Reminds us of the people of Israel when they were in exile. Their thoughts, they know they were being punished because of the transgressions of their forefathers. They know that what they are going through is only that, let me call it a punishment because of their sins. They are so depressed, they lost hope. They think there is nothing, no remedy at all. Now in the midst of their depression, in the midst of their problems, the voice of the prophet came to let them know, to invite them to repent, to change the way of doing things. And I think reminded us that the way God thinks is never the way we think. The way God judges is not the way you and me we judge. God judges from the heart, but we probably may judge from appearance. And the first reading of today, once more Prophet Isaiah, in a metaphorical way, talks about the vine, that the owner did everything humanly possible to prepare this vineyard. Dug a pit, constructed and protected it, and did everything humanly possible. Then when he came back thinking of getting good fruits, what did he find? Wild grapes. And towards the end, reminds us that the vineyard is talking about is not the physical vine, but also is the house of Israel, whom God did everything good for them, whom God even fed while in the desert, whom God made water to flow even from the stones in the desert, whom God fed with the manna from the heavens, whom God led across the Red Sea on foot, whom God did everything. And instead of God seeing good fruit in them, what did they do? They transgressed to the law of God. They followed the gods of the Amorites, the Hittites, and forgotten about the living God who brought them out of the land of Egypt. One other sin that they committed was they obligated Aaron to mold the golden calf. And that was the time all of them they drove away from God's command. And God looked at them with contempt. So now they remembered also that there were what they were facing were the consequences of their life. And today the first reading reminds us that God did everything for them, and yet during the time of harvest, instead of them paying him back with good, they paid him back, they turned their back around him. And I was reflecting also on the papal encyclical, Laudato Si, who talks about environment, who talks about how we take care of the world, that the Pope Francis wrote. And in that he sees the world as a special gift given to us by God. Where we are, the world in which we are in now, was not created by you nor by me. It was created by who? By God, like the vineyard, and did everything good and handed it over to you and to me. How are we taking care of our environment? We see what is happening even today. There is hurricane going, what do you call the hurricane? Nate, no? Going around hitting some zones now. Probably because of the way we have handled the vineyard, physical vineyard, the word which God has given to us. We have seen the consequences of destructions, of wars, because humans, instead of following God with love, Instead of following God with justice, instead of following one another with passion and with love, human beings, you and me, have been filled with greed and envy that led the servants to kill, or the killing of those that the master sent to go and collect the return from his vineyard in the gospel. As we gather today, let us reflect. So many things God has given to you and to me, how are we taking care of it? Other things which God has given to us is your life. How are you taking care of your life? How are you taking care of your physical, emotional, psychological health? It was given to you free of charge. God did everything. The same way he did for the people of Israel, he did for you and for me. He gave you your life. How are you taking care of your life? What are you doing with your lives? If God comes back now to say, hey, come, I want you to give me back, pay me back what I've given to you. I want to harvest the fruit in you. What are we going to give back to God? God has given us everything to wait him at the end to get a good harvest from us. Instead of us giving him grapes, I think it's better for us to give him what corresponds to him by the way we live our lives. God has given us 24 hours in a day. How are we taking care of this time? God has given us our family. How are you taking care of your family? So many things God has given to you. God has given to you your good job. God has given to you your paycheck, which he gives to you through the opportunity that you have. Because the job you have, you didn't merit it because you are so powerful. All of them are blessings from God. Only to remind us that none of these will take along with us when we die at the end, at the time of reckoning, at the time of harvest. We don't take anything with us when we die. The only thing we're going to take with us are the ways we touched the heart, the good things that we did to keep, to maintain, to nurture the harvest, or to nurture the vineyard which God has given to you and to me. What are we doing with our opportunity that we have? God has given you and me different kinds of talents. What are we doing with the talents? And it's given to us free of charge. We didn't pay anything. God gave you your children that you have. Did you pay anything to have your children? Did you have children? Did you pay anything? Did you sign any check for have your children to God? They're given to us free of charge. The same way environment where we are, given to us free of charge. The same way the gospel talked about the vineyard, prepared it, and then handed it over to people. The first reading talked about the vineyard, that the owner did everything possible, manured, poured the water, and then made it to be so fruitful, hoping to get the corresponding fruits at the end. How are we going to respond at the end of our lives? The gospel reminds me also, because it's a parable, other things, factors I found out in the gospel too, demonstrates even how patient our God is, how lovely that our God is. That to the extent when these servants killed those he sent another people altogether. And at the end he sent his only son. See how patient our God is. He doesn't choke us the way we think he chokes us. He gives us opportunity. That opportunity is for us to come back to our senses, like the prodigal son did, came back to his senses and he had life in abundance. Also, the end of the gospel reminds us that if we don't take time, God will take away what you have if we do not use it and give it to people who will do what? Will use it. Because what God has given to you, it is not for you, but for who? For who? 1 Corinthians chapter 12 reminds us what God has given to you is to build the community, to build your family. Since I was born, I have never seen anybody eating the money or the check. Never. But the check that comes to you, you transform it into money for what? You have to spend it. Amen? So you have to spend it. The same way the life God has given to you, you have to use it. If you don't use it, unfortunately, in the future, He may take it away from you and give it to those really who will put them to work. those who will now bear much fruit with them. We ask the good Lord to help us recognize we are the vineyard that he talks about today, the house of Israel, whom God has made everything possible, giving us our life and health. If you are still quarreling, if you are still so sad, go to the hospitals. I was watching the news this morning, also the hurricane made, the type of destruction it has already done in different places, and yet we are complaining. And secondly, it invites you and me not to be over anxious, not to be stressed. At times over nothing. We think we can control our situations now, and that is part of mental health too. When you think you can control everything, you end up not controlling anything, and it becomes so stressful, so overpowering for you that you or me will lose control. Secondly, it reminds us of the need to know that we cannot do everything. Rather, our power and strength is limited. But he says, channel everything to who? To God. Can someone bring out the second reading, please? No? Bring out the second reading and read the first 2-3 lines. Who has the Israelites? Check the first reading. That in everything, in all circumstances, do not be over anxious. Anxiety mentioned. Because anxiety can kill, can destroy anybody. That's what reminds us that in the midst of our troubles, challenges, problems of everyday life, let us learn to channel situations we cannot control. To who? To God. Who has the reading? Do you find it? What did it say?
Brothers and sisters.
Again.
Brothers and sisters, have no anxiety at all.
Again, everybody repeat. Brothers and sisters,
have no anxiety at all. But in everything, by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, make your...
Again, everybody.
Make your request known to God.
What else are we waiting for with this invitation? Because stress destroys human being. Stress makes us to not to be who we are, causes depression, and we will lose control. Absolutely. We cannot handle every situation. Know that your power is limited, but God's power is absolute. Whenever you cannot, yes, God can. Situations you cannot change, yes, God will transform. But the only thing in the invitation that in everything, in thanksgiving, we need to thank God because of challenges. When problems come, don't run away. Thank God, because most of those problems will transform our lives for good. But we have to learn how to use it in a positive way, because God squeezes but does not choke. When God squeezes you, just go inside yourself. First of all, thank Him for what you are going through now, because you know no condition is permanent, and that all these problems will be a stepping stone towards a better future. But we ask for the grace, we ask for the strength, and we ask for the courage to confront, to face all those challenges, and then hand them over to God. And He takes control, and He will handle all the situations for us. Let us stand to profess our faith. I believe in one God.